Lynn is in the Bay Area, California. Lynn, you're on the Larry Elder Show. Thank you so much for calling.
Hello, Larry. I had two comments for you. Well, one for you and then another comment. Someone had just mentioned about somebody was so old that they owned slaves. I didn't think that was funny, and you just was hilariously laughing about it.
Well, I'm sorry that you didn't find it funny, but you and I have maybe different
No,
senses
it
of humor. Is that all right?
It wasn't.
Is it okay for us to have different senses of humor?
No, but Larry,
it's not
you
okay.
be doing too much.
I'm sorry?
You be doing too much.
Doing too much.
You do too much.
Doing too much of what?
And then also,
too much of what, Lynn?
Well, I know you will like your ratings. I know you, and don't
Too
cut
much.
me off.
I do too much of what, Lynn? Just tell me what you mean. We're having a conversation, aren't we?
Listen to me. You talking over me. I'm trying. I said, don't cut me off because you.
I do too much of what, Lynn?
You do too much of baiting people or
baiting people.
You just, I don't know. Yeah, because for one thing.
Give me an example of when I baited somebody, Lynn.
So
Can you give me an example of when I baited somebody? Since I do too much baiting people, give me an example of what you mean when I bait people, please.
Let me go back to what I was saying in the original, because you're trying to get me into another conversation. What I'm saying
no, I'm
is
just trying to ask you to explain what you mean. If I'm baiting people, I bait people on what? What do you mean?
You act like you don't have no black experience. I know that you say that your father.
I don't. I act like I have no black experience.
No, listen to me. Because
calm down, Lynn. I'm just trying to get you to understand.
What I'm saying is, I've been wanting to say this for a long time to you.
I can tell you.
I'm from the Bay Area, so I know the black experience. I was born in the hood, just like
Lynn, you're from the Bay Area, so I try to use logic and reason, but you're from the Bay Area, so that's kind of a problem.
You scared.
Yeah, I'm really quivering right now.
And have you ever dated a black woman? Did you ever marry a black woman? You don't even know what a black woman really thinks. Because we the one that, you cut me off?
No, you haven't been cut off.
Okay.
Please, continue. I don't know what it's like. I've never been with a black woman, and what else?
You don't act like we had no struggles. You think you know everything about women or people, the black plight. Oh, we don't have a problem. We don't need reparation. We don't need anything. But let me tell you something. I had a father. My parents broke up. But the deal is, you had your father there. That makes a big difference in a girl's life and a boy's life.
Lynn, I don't disagree with that. So what's the problem?
No, yes, you do. Yes, you do. You talk about it all the time. Like it's just, why did they just...
Lynn, you just now said... Wait, Lynn, excuse me. You just now said that my father made a big difference in my life. I agree with you. Fathers do make a big difference in our lives. That's the number one problem facing the black community, don't you think?
You don't stress that on your show.
I don't talk about the lack of fathers on my show.
And how your father, and I know you guys didn't...
Lynn, I don't talk about the lack of fathers on my show.
You talk about statistics a lot. Statistics. And I don't live in statistics. I live in reality.
I see. So if I talk about...
You can't put everything in statistics.
So if I mention that 70% of black kids are raised without fathers, that's just a statistic and I shouldn't talk about that? I don't quite understand.
I said you talk statistics about a lot of stuff, not just that.
Have I given
black men, they not getting arrested more than the other? That's a lie. That's a lie.
What's a lie? Wait, Lynn, can you tell me one thing I've said that's a lie? What's the lie?
I just told you. I said,
can you repeat it?
You say things like, because you said it last year, year ago or something, you say the same old stuff.
Tell me what I said that's a lie, Lynn, please.
I'm going to tell you. You're not getting
I can hardly wait.
You can't, because you're talking too much. What I'm saying is, you have said over the years, I've been listening to you for a few years, you always say, and you know that I'm not a talk show host, so
all right, Lynn, I'm gonna put you on hold because you still haven't told me what it is I've said that you object to. Think about it, and then we'll talk about it on the other side, okay? Back to Lynn in the Bay Area, California. Lynn, thank you very much for holding on. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Now, you were telling me that I constantly say something that you say is a lie. Tell me what it is that I constantly say that's a lie.
No, I didn't say it was one thing.
No, I'm asking you to tell me one thing.
I'm basically saying a lot of stuff you say. Like I said, when you said with the guy about he was too old, he looked like he had slaves. That was not funny, Larry.
You've
established
Black history. Lynn, you've established you didn't find that funny. I'm asking you.
You want to go back on?
Okay, I'm putting you on hold because otherwise it's not a productive conversation, Lynn. We've established you didn't like the joke. I thought it was funny. You didn't. I get that. I'm asking you to tell me one thing that I say that you say is a lie. You say I'm constantly saying things that are not true. Give me one thing that I say, Lynn, one that's not true, and we'll go from there, okay?
I said, see, that's what I'm saying. That's what you're about.
What am I about?
You do this every time. That's what I'm saying. You're always trying to put somebody on hold. What I'm saying, you don't even try to listen.
Lynn, you're not on hold right now. Tell me what it is I say that's wrong, please.
Can I vent? Can I vent to what I'm trying to say? Can I just say what I want to say?
Lynn,
what I'm saying
you made an accusation. Would you please back it up? I say things that are wrong all the time. What is it I say that's a lie, Lynn? That's all I'm asking. One thing.
I shared some of it with you. You want me to go over it again?
Please, all I want is one. Give me one.
I already told you. I already said that one thing, you like to talk about statistics, about black people a lot. And the problem is with that, statistics are not 100%.
Okay, give me
one thing.
Give me what I said. Give me what I've said. Give me the statistic that I've said that's not 100%.
About black men, and you'll say things like you said a lot. You said a lot of different things, but I'm gonna say one thing. You'll say like, black men, they don't get arrested more, or they don't get more time in jail.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, Lynn. Just the opposite.
What did you say then,
The average black criminal defendant gets a longer sentence than the average white criminal defendant. I said the opposite of what you just now said. I said the opposite.
Really, Lynn?
Really, Lynn? I've written an article about it. I talked about Eric Holder saying that black men are sentenced longer than white men, and he implied that it was because of racism. And what I said was the U.S. Sentencing Commission has said that it is true. The average black criminal defendant that commits the same kind of crime that the average white criminal defendant gets a longer sentence. But the reason is because he has a longer criminal record that the judge takes into consideration in sentencing, Lynn. That's what I said. So I said the opposite of what you said.
What is that? We're talking about black men, right?
We're talking about black men.
Okay.
And I've written an article about it, and I've written several articles about this.
I got 3 black sons, and none of them are in jail right now, thank the Lord. But
my mother had 3. My mother had 3 black sons, and none of them was in jail either.
But you had a daddy. I raised them by myself.
Lynn, then you are enforcing what I've been saying for years. When you have a father, it's a whole different ballgame. Obama said a kid raised without a father is 5 times more likely to be poor, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in jail. And that's a stat that I've quoted many times, Lynn, and I didn't say it. Obama said it.
Oh, we got to talk about Obama? No, I was talking about what you said.
All right, Lynn. This is getting pretty unproductive. We've now jumped the shark. Thank you so much for calling, and I appreciate the fact that you took a whole year to build this up, and that's the best you can do, honestly. Don't come on Judge Judy's show without receipts. Just don't do that. Lynn, and we're not even disagreeing. You are agreeing that you had a difficult time raising your kids without a father. My goodness, I've written a book about this. What is it really, Lynn, that's bothering you? Because you're not disagreeing with me. You haven't given me a single thing that I said that's a lie. You can't come up with anything. And you've had all this stuff, all this time. Lynn, anyway, thank you very much. I think I'm just going to move on.